NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Mitchell now off the option. Fighting him off. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
First down, here's Mitchell. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Once again, it's Mitchell.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Jackson. Slide. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 59 yards. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from a yard out. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Mahomes will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, you got to think the number one goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey. Middle.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 30 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
15.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now here's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yellow.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You got to go right here. You got to play.
Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs have retaken the lead. Now they empty the backfield and motion the man left. And this will be caught. as they convert here for 2. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed two-point try here to get them to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 13. Play action. Now Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Jackson. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20, and he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
13. Report.
Here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the 1st down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Valdes-Scantling. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now it's Jackson.
That's going deep for Bateman.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right.
Now this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Yellow.
And again, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Yellow.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Go gun.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Attack, attack!
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here we go. Finish the game.
Mahomes to throw once more. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Should give now to Mitch.
Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
No, we changed it.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are back within a score. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Yellow. Right side.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Right side.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Mitchell will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Throws right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 43. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Odafe Oweh
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Oh, already.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Middle. Yeah. No, we changed it. Hey. Shut up.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Another run with Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
Tackle, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Back to the ground here, Mitchell.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Throwing, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, color. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 15.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here, and they'll begin by running the option.
And he's across for the touchdown, and in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes.
He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Here's 1st down. Mahomes.
Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and goal.
Attack!
Mahomes.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Mahomes.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club. My crown way too white to be shooting in the eyes. I'm sleeping good at night, see the door don't got no locks. To be spiteful, she best friends with the ops. And that you need better stop. Standing on my money, dog, please don't get involved. Ain't nobody running off, rules to the basics. I can't be no son-in-law, I can't take the summer off. I make it look good and all, but this is no vacation. All the goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a poet. My advice, please don't try to be heroic. Let me know they whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Never had a mentor, only one Scarface. I met her at a club, she twerk better when her heart breaks. Hey, hood, wanna everything that I can. I'm praying for a Bentley and to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy. Just for clarity. Whole club selling out of hitter doing stadiums. Gold diggers don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. Yeah, whole club selling out of hitters doing stadiums. Small business don't come around, they don't survive my radius. All I talk about, and that's what really made me rich. Hustling, that's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. The whole club.
price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that, like big stack in my bag. Into like that, like. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me. Instead of comparing the three, let us exist in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on it. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then, I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would Allah pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. My just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you the then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the Magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Easy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your. I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase stepping on ballin' forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake to bake right. I'm thinking real estate licenses. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds. My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers is disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me.
The showcase of the best.
The best and brightest the league has to offer on display. The NFL Pro Bowl is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The AFC heading out. A lot of stars to choose from over that conference, but their starter at quarterback, it's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now He's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose.
And right away, he lost the football. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Caught by Allen. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night.
Oh, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down. Jackson.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Tucker's kick is good. And the AFC on the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time. knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson now. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Yo.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Short throw hauled in by Kelce. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson.
That is caught.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, a 14-yard touchdown. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The NFC takes possession here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly. Down by 2 scores. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Let's go.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They go play action here. Purdy. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. An 80-yard touchdown. And the NFC strikes quickly for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.